using the rainwater collected in our tank to water the garden bed that is down the hill.
After multiple trips to the Ace hardware store, we finally figured out how to connect the outlet from the rain tank, which has that ball valve, to the irrigation tubing and to a hose. We're going to connect it to both so we can use it to irrigate via drip irrigation, but also have the hose if we just want to use some water. This rain tank has an outlet that connects to this 1-inch ball valve, which we're going to need to decrease to a 3/4 inch. We're going to connect it to a hose and to an irrigation cable. So, starting from the ball valve, we first need to connect to this Y splitter. And it's important to know that this Y splitter has different threading from the PVC threading. So this has garden hose threading, whereas PVC has PVC threading. And that's an important difference. You can see in this brass adapter here, if you zoom in maybe, you can see that this threading is different from this threading. This is the garden hose threading, and this is tapered threading that connects to PVC. And I've done this mistake 100 times, maybe you have too, of trying to force these things together with the wrong threading, and it sticks and it doesn't quite work, and that means you have the wrong threading, and that will ultimately lead to irrigation leaks. So this is going to screw into the Y valve, into the ball valve. Now this connector piece is connecting the PVC to the garden hose. So see how that just screws in very nicely, and then at some point it just stops because it's tapered so that it screws in well, and that's when you stop. This is now garden hose threading, and this connects to the garden hose. And see how it's very easy to screw it in? I'm not trying to force it. That's because I have the right threading. Okay, now we come to this Y splitter. One end of this Y splitter is going to connect to this garden hose, and that connects just directly. It just screws in on this side, no adapters needed. It connects like that, garden hose to garden hose. So that is done. On the other side, we want to connect to this irrigation tubing. We had a couple of back and forths because we went to the hardware store without this piece and got the diameter wrong. So the lesson is always go to the hardware store with all your pieces and try them all together so you avoid multiple trips. Okay, so it turned out that this was I think a 3/4 inch irrigation tubing. You might have a different size, so take a look. Okay, so now we're going to connect this here. We start with this brass piece, which is simply called an adapter. So here's the adapter piece that connects this garden tube. It's essentially a diameter reducer. It's reducing the diameter of this outlet to the irrigation tube. So that's all it's doing. So now we have a smaller outlet. Now we have this hose barb. Okay, so this is the hose barb, and the important piece here is you have to make sure that your barb piece fits into your irrigation tubing, which is one of the mistakes we made. Okay, now we're going to screw this hose barb into here, like so. And now, if all works out, we should be kind of push it in like that, and we'll get our irrigation tubing onto the hose barb. So let's go see how this works. All right, moment of truth. We're going to connect it all and turn everything on. Uh-oh, Layla. It doesn't fit. Okay, like we said, the lesson is you have to take all your components to the hardware store and try them all out at the hardware store. Since this ball valve was already installed, I couldn't take it to the hardware store, and we mismeasured and now it doesn't fit. So the lesson is take all your pieces, your ball valve, and figure this all out before you put your bulkhead fitting in. But, Layla, let's give this a try. We'll just throw that away. Luckily, this piece fits. So one piece less. So this is the basically the threading piece that changes the PVC thread to the garden hose thread. And we should be putting plumber's tape on this too. We'll do that later. But for now, we just want to test it out. Okay, should we test it?
Okay, so after a whole year of collecting rainwater and having our rain tank on site, we are finally going to do our first test run to have the rainwater flow out of the tank and into our garden bed. So let's see if it works. So currently I'm opening the valve.
Do you hear water? Oh, I see dripping. Hear water.
Water is flowing out. I hear water flowing.
We need plumbing tape.
I'm opening the second valve. Okay.
Let's go. Yes, I think water's flowing.
Let's go check
Let's
it
go
out
see
and
it. Go
see.
check it out. Here we check if our calculations are correct. If the bed is far enough down the hill that we can feed it with gravity without needing a pump. Let's go see.
Oh, and yes, it is working.
Is it working?
It is working. It is
Yay!
working.
Show us. Show us.
All
Really?
of the drip lines have water, and they're watering all of the tomato plants.
Yay! Turn around. Woohoo! Yay! Wow, that went fast. Look. It is working, and we need to drip irrigate because per California rules, you can't use rainwater to irrigate sort of with a garden hose. It needs to be via drip irrigation to limit pathogens. So here we are. Yay, everybody!
Yay!